Welcome to a special edition of our historical journey in honor of Nelson Mandela. Today, we explore the remarkable life and legacy of Nelson Mandela, a global icon of peace, justice, and freedom. Nelson Roy Laha Mandela. He spent 27 years behind bars, yet walked out with a smile and forgiveness in his heart. Nelson Mandela, a man who turned suffering into strength, became the symbol of peace and unity in divided nations. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the small village of Mvezo, South Africa. He grew up in a country torn by racial segregation known as apartheid. Mandela studied law at University of Fort Hare and the University of Witwatersrand, becoming one of the South Africa's first black lawyers. His early years shaped his deep sense of justice and his determination to fight racial inequality.
Firstly, we are a liberation movement which is fully involved in a struggle to emancipate our people from one of the worst racial tyrannies the world has seen. As far as Yasser Arafat is concerned, we identify with the PLO because just like ourselves, they are fighting for the right of self-determination.
Mandela's greatest contribution came through his leadership in the African National Congress or ANC in the 1950s and 60s. He organized protests and campaigns against apartheid laws. When peaceful protest was met with violence, Mandela co-founded Umkhonto we Siwe, the Spear of the Nation, a movement that fought for freedom through resistance, even while imprisoned for 27 years. Mandela's vision for a free, equal South Africa never died. His imprisonment inspired global movements calling for justice and human rights. Mandela's strategy for peace was built on forgiveness and dialogue. After his release in 1990, he worked with his former enemies to dismantle apartheid peacefully instead of revenge. He chose reconciliation. As South Africa's first black president, Mandela formed the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which allowed victims and perpetrators to speak openly, healing wounds through honesty and compassion. Mandela faced immense challenge, political imprisonment, personal loss, and constant threats to his life. Yet, he emerged stronger, proving that leadership is not about power, but about service. His resilience turned despair into hope and enemies into partners in peace. Nelson Mandela's message transcends South Africa. It speaks to the entire world. His life reminds us that peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to resolve it with dignity and humanity. Today, his legacy lives on in movements for social justice, equality, and reconciliation across the globe.
Education is one of the most important weapons in a country. We wanted to transform education into an instrument we can use for development.
You have a limited time to stay on earth. You must try and use that period for the purpose of transforming your country into what you desire it to be.
Every human being, young or old, is an inspiration to those who want solutions to problems, national and international. As we take stock of our accomplishment and shortcomings, we should not, by a slightest of chance, lose sight of our once ambitious dream for education, total economic participation, and freedom for all. I thank you.